take a look around any park, trail, or community center on a weekend. We are living in a peak era for structured leisure time. 94% of American consumers now report participating in a regular hobby. It is nearly a universal pursuit. This graph tracks the massive surge in outdoor recreation specifically. The participant base has reached record-breaking levels, climbing to 175.8 million people. The boom covers the entire spectrum of free time. People are dedicating their weekends to everything from intricate indoor crafts and bread baking to high-intensity outdoor sports. We are actively looking for ways to bleed off the pressure of the work week, pouring massive amounts of our disposable income and hope into finding a reliable escape. But look closer at the data, and you'll find a massive disconnect between our intentions and our actual behavior. This chart illustrates a frustrating reality. On the left, participation is higher than ever, but on the right, the frequency of outings has dropped 11.4%. The core friction is scheduling. 62% report hobbies require too much time. We fall into the trap of the fantasy self. We spend heavily on expensive gear for an idealized version of ourselves who has perfectly open weekends, entirely ignoring the constraints of our actual schedules. Building a sustainable pastime right now requires ignoring popularity trends entirely. You have to ruthlessly match the friction of the activity to your actual daily capacity. To evaluate your options, we can group hobbies into 3 archetypes. The first is the microdose. The required input here is low. You only need 30 to 60 minutes of unstructured time at home, and the ongoing financial costs are minimal. This category includes quiet, solitary habits like artisanal baking, journaling, or maintaining a daily reading goal. The outcome is highly reliable stress reduction. You get the psychological satisfaction of completing a tangible task, achieving it multiple times a week. The trade-off is isolation. These activities offer 0 opportunities for community building or expanding your social network. If you already spend 40 hours a week sitting at a desk, doubling down on a sedentary indoor hobby can compound your physical stagnation. The microdose is an excellent defensive strategy for managing daily anxiety, but it will not expand your physical or social horizons. Our second archetype solves for that exact problem, the social catalyst. The input requires moderate upfront spending on specialized gear, but more importantly, it requires strict schedule synchronization with a group of other people. Look at the triple-digit growth of sports like pickleball. Millions of players have adopted the sport specifically because it forces group interaction. The outcome is a massive spike in human connection, providing a direct cure for the lingering isolation many still feel post-pandemic. It also gamifies exercise. Chasing a ball across a court with friends keeps participants consistently active far longer than a solitary hour on a treadmill. The trade-off here is logistical friction. You have to book courts, pay league dues, and rely entirely on the shifting availability of your group. The social catalyst is highly effective for curing loneliness, but it relies on a fragile ecosystem. If your friends get busy or court access drops, your participation immediately drops to 0. The final and most demanding archetype is the aspirational excursion. The required input is extreme. You need massive upfront capital for premium outdoor gear and large, unbroken blocks of time, usually entire weekends or longer. The outcome is a deep immersion in nature. You get a total disconnect from digital environments and the chance to check off major bucket list experiences. The trade-off involves severe logistical bottlenecks. You have to factor in long travel times, permit applications, and unexpected overcrowding at popular destinations. The data shows that the vast majority of people buying gear for these excursions end up in the casual category, participating only 1 to 3 times a year. When you only use your equipment a few times annually, you end up with a mathematically terrible cost-per-use ratio. Aspirational excursions offer peak life experiences, but they become a severe financial trap if you outfit yourself like a hardcore regular while living the schedule of a casual participant. This flowchart maps out your options to help you choose a path based on your primary lifestyle limiters. If you lack daily free time, you are the time-poor optimizer. Ignore trendy social sports entirely and optimize purely for the microdose. Direct your budget toward premium home tools. Buying a high-end espresso machine or quality knives makes sense because you maximize cost per use on daily habits. If prioritizing community above all else, you are the social seeker. Accept the logistical friction of the social catalyst. Pay the community tax. Spend on court fees and league dues rather than over-indexing on professional gear as a beginner. If you want big trips in the wilderness, you are the weekend warrior. Embrace being a casual participant who goes out twice a year. Rent your tents and kayaks. Do not invest thousands of dollars into an identity that the data proves you will rarely execute. A rewarding pastime does not depend on its social media popularity. It depends entirely on its frictionless integration into the life you actually have.